Welcome to SDL2 on Xcode tutorial. In this fourth episode, we are going to handle events in SDL2. Let's look at this window. We'll have a big black dot in the center of the window. We can control the position of this black dot using the mouse click. When we click a mouse, it will move to the position where we click the mouse. We can also control the movement of the black dot using the right key, left key, the down key, and up key. And we can enlarge our dot using the key P, and also shrink the dot using the key M. So let's look at the code. In our main function, we change our game engine to episode 4. And in the init function, we change the title and also enlarge a little bit of the height. Let's look at the definition of the episode 4. Episode 4 is a subclass of the game engine. We are going to override three functions: the init function, render, and handle event. So the init function is easy. We just need to initialize also the position of the center of the dot. We initially put the black dot at the center of the window and also set the radius. I remember it to be 10. And the step here is to control how much we change the position or this radius of this dot. So before I look into the definition of these three functions, let's review the game loop of the game engine. Inside the game loop, we will handle the event first. After we handle the event, we will render whatever we have, and then we update the game. So these are the process or the procedure inside the game loop. Today we are going to rewrite the handle event and also the render part. So in the implementation of episode 4, inside the initialization function, we call the parents init function to init the window. And then we set the dot to the center with, the radius is not 10, but 20. And the step, I set it to be 5, means that if we change the position, we change it in 5 distance or 5 unit. And then in the render function, it's quite easy. We set the window to have the white background using the set render color to be right. We set RGBA component to be all 255. And then we clear the renderer, meaning that we set the background with this color, which is white. And then we just use the SDL2 GFX function, field circle RGBA, to draw the black dot, whatever at X and Y, with radius red, and then color black. RGB 0 means that it is black and it is opaque. And then we present whatever on the renderer. That is the render function. It's quite simple. Now, the hard part or the main point of this episode is the handle event function. First of all, we invoke the parents handle event function to handle the event. So in the parents handle event function, we basically handle only the SDL quit event. So we can ignore the event type to be SDL quit because it is already handled in this function. Now, to handle the key down or the key pressed, we test whether or not the event type is SDL key down. There's another event type called SDL key up. When you release the key, then SDL2 will emit an event called SDL key up. Now, when we press a key, remember we use SDL key down, and we check the key code of the key you just pressed. And you can check the key code using event.key.keysim, and .sim. That will bring you to the key code you just pressed. You can see here that this is the SDL key sim structure used in the key events. And you can also use actually another event called SDL test input to see what kind of character you have input. But now we don't need that for simplicity. Now, SDLK escape means that if you press the escape key, then I will exit the event loop. So I will set the quit to be true. So when we check the quit statement, then the quit is true, then the event loop will be break. Now, next. So the next four cases are the direction keys. For example, left, right, up, and down. In each case, we will handle the position of the center correspondingly. You can see that there was some boundary test. We don't want the center of the dot goes out of the window. So we want to make sure that when we move left, the x coordinate will be still positive or not negative. So that's how we do the update. So that is for the direction control. And to control the radius, we check whether we press P, the key P here, and also the key M here. When we press P, we will enlarge the radius by step, but we make sure that the radius is less than 50. Also, when the radius is bigger than 10, we can shrink the radius by step. So that's what we handle in this event loop for the keyboard events. And for the mouse click, we just get the position of the mouse click. So we do so by using the SDL get mouse state. That will give us the current state of the mouse and actually the current position of the mouse. And remember, XY represent the center of the dot. So let's go back to the window and see the dot here. Now, if I click it here, that will bring the dot to close to the edge. If I keep moving up, that's so much I can move. If I insist pressing the up, the black dot will keep stuck there because the center is already at the edge of the upper boundary and we can no longer move it out. Also, when we move to the left boundary, that's so much we can move the dot to. We can enlarge the dot. We can shrink the dot using M. Moreover, we can exit the window now using the key press escape. So you can see that now I exit the window using the escape key. So you can, also, when you click the mouse, you can click using the left button as well as the left button. They will bring you to the position where you click the mouse. It doesn't matter which button you click, left or right. Yeah, there's something wrong with my mouse, so sometimes you just ignore the mouse clicks. So it also registers when you click the touch bar, it also registers as a left click. But how can we differentiate the left and right click? So here is the trick. So, if the event type is the SDL mouse button down, we can actually get the button by doing event.button. So this is an event mouse button. So event mouse button event. Sorry, I think it's SDL mouse event. So, and then we will check the button type. We do so using the button member. So to check whether or not it is button left, that means the left button. If so, let me just print out the sentence saying that left button click. If say the button is SDL button right, then we print out the same sentence, but with left replaced by right. And let's see how it runs. And move the window a little bit up, and here you can see the output. If I click using the left button, you can see that there was a sentence saying left button click. Now, if I click using the right button, you can see that the right button click, the left button click. Okay, so that's how we differentiate the left and right buttons. That's it. So in this episode, we learn how to handle keyboard and mouse click events. They are simple. There are more advanced events that we can do. For example, there is key combo, or also the when you press your mouse and some key simultaneously. How should we register that? SDL2 even allowed to handle joystick events, but I don't have a joystick, so I'm not able to do a tutorial on that. So that's it for this episode. Hope to see you soon.